Wow, what a night this turned out to be. I was treated to seeing the brand new Jordan Peele film Us, which was excellent, and then I come home and Tame Impala has the first new music in years. What's up everyone, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John and it's time for a quick track review of the new Tame Impala track. Something from Kevin Parker, the neo-psychedelic meets alternative indie and electronic project. This new single is titled Patience. Now, I think this song refers to a lot of the wait. Obviously, it's been since 2015 since we got the excellent record Currents, which was one of my favorites of that year. I have been pretty patient. I knew that Kevin was collaborating with a lot of other artists. He was working obviously on Tame Impala material, taking some time for himself, playing festivals, he's headlining Coachella. It's a big thing that Tame Impala has turned into, and that beast has become something that all of the indie minds, the indie fans, and maybe a little bit outside of that seem to know and gravitate towards. And rightfully so, Kevin is extremely talented. Now with Currents and the past album Lonerism being as great as they were, there were definitely high expectations for this, but I do feel that he really delivered on this new track Patience, even if there are a few slight tweaks that I might add. I do feel that this track is very catchy, vibrant when the keys start to shine, although there's a few moments when I feel that they interject just a bit too quickly, like maybe they just throw off the pace a little bit. We get subdued, the kind of hazy vocals that we've come to expect from Tame Impala, and then the keys chime right back in. It's almost like you slowly nod off to sleep and then someone turns the alarm clock on. I'm not complaining, it's not a huge detractor for me, it's just something that I picked up on. I think the only other main issue I might have with this track before I do get to my praises that I have is that it feels a bit drawn out. It feels like maybe it goes on for just a bit too long, like a run-on sentence, and I'm definitely capable of doing those things sometimes when I talk in my videos, but this just kind of feels like it keeps going. It's building some momentum, but it's also very carefree. I understand why it's nearly 5 minutes, but also there's just a few minor spots where I'm kind of thinking, okay, is there going to be anything new that's breathed into this? Now, overall, this is a very enjoyable track. I like the way that he continues to grow the sound in more of a disco direction mixed together with some psychedelic elements and also a little bit of synth pop, a little bit of alternative. There's some guitars popping up in the mix as well, which I really do like. A couple of nice instrumental breaks, and also Kevin Parker does sound very nice on the vocals. Once again, what we've kind of come to expect from him. I do feel that it's nice that we kind of get to touch on where he's been. Obviously, people are always questioning where's the new music, and I do appreciate the fact that he's one of those artists that still values quality over quantity. He's taken his time to craft this, and here we are at the new single Patience. I think that it was definitely worth it for me, obviously being a pretty big fan at this point. I really got drawn in with Lonerism, and Currents is where I just kind of fell down the rabbit hole. And I'll be honest, it's been a while since I had gone back and reflected on some of his other tracks, but I gave a few from Currents a play before reviewing this song here. And it's getting me back into that world once again, I have to say. I really like where his mind's at. He just seems like he's at peace with taking his time and also just kind of reflecting on where he's going to go next. It's going to be very interesting if this single is an actual indication or maybe it's a bridge between Currents and whatever the new sound could be. I do hear some new elements in the mix and I do feel that the production is very strong here. This is one of those tracks that I recommend listening to with headphones because when I did, that's when I started noticing other little things like the pianos getting very loud, hitting that crescendo and almost throwing things off a bit, but I also heard a lot of other things in the mix that I just didn't initially hear when listening on speakers. Overall, this is a solid 3.5, in fact a very strong one that could be upgraded to a light 4 over time. This is something that's not all that different, but it's also trying some new sounds like I said. What do you guys think? Do you see this as more of an experimental offering? Is it more of the same, or is it exactly what you were looking for? Please let me know in the comments section down below. I'm excited that Tame Impala are back. This is something that I've been hoping for a while. I almost gave up hope for a little while, and I finally just said, I'm gonna be patient, pun intended, and I'm gonna wait for new material, and when it happens, I will let it happen. And that's exactly what Kevin delivered here today, so let me know any and all thoughts down below. If you haven't heard the song yet for yourself, then click the link in the description. Please drop a like on this review while you're here. If there's other new music that you want me to talk about, then please let me know in the comments section over on the main channel, ARTV. I've got a couple of reviews coming this weekend, and I will see you soon for more on Beyond ARTV.